Statesville, right on I-40.
Thought-provoking conversations and informed perspectives.
It's meant for everyday people to understand, and you don't have to stress about technical terms and stuff. They just say it like a real person.
WSIC News Talk Now. The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Good morning and welcome to Heart Mooresville, your small town radio show with a big heart. I'm your host, Christine Patterson. I'm a co-host, Don Smyle. How you feeling about our unexpected snow day?
Good morning, Mooresville and surrounding areas. I think I'll repeat what you said earlier, which is it's so cold, I'm mad.
Right? It makes me angry. It's so cold.
Completely unexpected. I'm not kidding. When my wife said last night, it's going to snow tonight. I'm like, what are you talking about? I had not heard.
Oh, so you had a heads up last night.
Yeah, I thought. Anyway,
I didn't even know.
I live in Harrisburg, and so when I got this morning, there was nothing. And so I get in my car and I drive, and the further I get, the whiter it gets. Get to Mooresville, and it's like, wow, it's a proper snow.
It is, and it's a fluffy, pretty snow too. And we never get that. We always get the ice and the slush, but this is a really nice snow. Now we have a special guest in the studio today.
All right, straighten up,
because it's the boss is in the house today. Miss Sherisha Hills, our assistant town manager for the town of Mooresville. Good morning.
And how are y'all doing today?
We're happy to have you. We're good. Thanks for coming on.
And thanks for battling I-77 because it's a jacked up mess.
Absolutely. So you're talking about the snow, me being from Florida. Didn't expect this last night. I think I told the people this morning, this was not on my bingo card. Snow today was not on the bingo card. And I was kind of like opening my blinds like, what's that white stuff out there? Hold on, this can't be right.
Have you seen it a lot?
The last time was I lived in New Jersey, which was 16 years ago.
Oh,
so when I lived in Jersey, it's fine. Florida, yeah, it's snow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is a treat for you because being from Tampa, I mean, it does not snow in Florida.
Not snow. No, not in Tampa. No, not at all.
I'm a fan of like 6 feet of snow or a quarter inch of snow. Right?
Not the in-between.
It's the in-between I don't like, right? I mean, I feel like if it's going to snow, I want it to snow.
Yeah.
I want to go outside and be up to my knees, and enjoy it, make snow angels, roll the snowman, throw some snowballs, whatever.
Yeah,
but
me too.
You get up in the morning and it's just kind of a slushy, nasty mess, and then we're the roads closed because let's face it, North Carolina isn't known historically for a lot of snow, so we don't have the means. Like the Northerners up in New Jersey, who are prepared to clear the roads and do all of those things.
Did you see the video from Buffalo, people going like their Christmas parade and going to the football game?
Yeah, football game. If you want to go, you had to clear your own chair.
Yeah.
I mean, you clear your seat if you want to stay and watch the game.
Of snow, they're walking over. Like they're built different.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that is different. But yeah, it's definitely it's nice to see a little bit of snow. So.
Well, it kind of puts us in the Christmas spirit too. A little early, right?
Yeah,
so,
true.
It does.
I'm okay with that.
Well, lots of things happening. Of course, we like to bring our listeners all the things, all the deets, the tea of things going on in Mooresville. So I scan the headlines so you don't have to, and I'm bringing you our In the News segment.
Because you are the oracle
knowing
of Mooresville.
Of all things.
That's
right. So a couple things. Of course, yesterday was Cyber Monday, and today is Giving Tuesday.
Yes.
It's a special Tuesday.
Yes.
But Cyber Monday yesterday, it was actually estimated to be one of record-breaking sales day yesterday. This was supposed to be, one of the biggest shopping days of really the decade.
I guess I jumped the gun because I did most of my shopping on Thanksgiving.
Black Friday?
Black Friday.
Yeah, which is a whole week now.
Right. I basically, watch football and spend a lot of money. That was pretty much my day.
Right.
So.
Well, yesterday, it was estimated that $13.2 billion was spent.
Jeez.
Yeah, and that's 6.1% more than last year. That is $15.7 million spent every minute, is what they said. And the peak times were like 8 to 10 p.m. It's pretty crazy. And I was in bed, but from 8 to 10 p.m., so it wasn't me spending that money. But I did get a few things earlier. But yeah definitely big shopping day yesterday. People were getting all the things. And the big things were, of course, like the TVs and the Apple Watch 10 and toys and all the
Always
stuff.
electronics.
Oh, yeah.
Always
All
gotta
the
have
gadgets.
Always
Yes.
have the gadgets.
Yeah.
Right.
I got an air fryer. So,
Yeah. Well, my wife likes to cook fish in the house, and I swore that for Christmas I was buying her a self-contained air fryer. Like
oh,
one that doesn't smoke
one,
and stink the house up and set off the fire alarms.
yeah, a minimal smell air
Yeah,
fryer.
and I did. I told her, I said, either you're buying it or I'm buying it, but you're getting it for Christmas, one or the other.
That's funny. Another story I've really enjoyed reading, and obviously it's horrible what happened with Hurricane Helene, but seeing how North Carolina has really come together to raise money and the efforts to try to get these people back on their feet. I've loved the stories that have come out about it, and I want to share another one today. It's about an 8-year-old girl named Stella, and she is from Burke County, which is just about an hour from here. She's a second grader at Salem Elementary School. And when she saw the stories about Hurricane Helene, she decided that she wanted to sell the most precious thing to her to raise money, which is her Barbie doll collection.
Wow.
I know. How cute is that? The Barbie doll she had been saving all her life. She said as long as she could remember. Being 8, that's probably a couple years, right? And she had all the Barbies, the Kens, the camper, the Jeep, everything.
Wow.
And her mom helped her post it online. And they raised about $400 for the actual Barbie doll collection. But once people saw what she was doing, then they started donating. And then her local school did a fundraiser, and other people did donation drives. And so now it's turned into this big thing with, people raising, supplies like blankets and heaters and flashlights and batteries, things that they're going to need right now, because we do still have people living in tents, in Western North Carolina. And obviously it's cold as we see today. And so they desperately need these things. But, her actions helped inspire others. And you never know, someone hearing this story might be inspired as well.
Well,
So.
that always makes me feel good when we have, people that get involved, and specifically the younger generation. And obviously she got a jump on Giving Tuesday. So
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
And, it's nice to see that others contribute. I love when things kind of steamroll and snowball.
Yeah.
And so it's always nice to see people. And again, as you reminded, it is still, an area of devastation. It is getting cold. People don't have their houses and all those things. So we need to keep them in our prayers, but we also need to contribute.
Yep.
And a big shout out to Stella.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing I want to make people aware about is a new business that opened up on Main Street.
Do tell.
East is the name of it.
East.
So it's the building, the Mac on Main building.
Mhm.
So it's 125 North Main Street. Now, this is the historic building that was the very first hotel in Mooresville, like way back in the day. And then it was a barber shop. And now it's actually I guess it's a mix between like an art gallery, and they sell like gifts. They have apparel, shoes, all things. It looks really cool. But the owners are from California. They used to own an art gallery in California. They moved here. And they describe it as a store of self-expression. So I can't wait to go in there and check it out. But some of the brands that they sold looked really cool.
Well, it looks like that's a
yeah.
business that's going to fit right into downtown Mooresville.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to see people moving here, but also setting up businesses in
Yeah.
downtown
I love
Mooresville.
it.
So-
It's really growing. But you can find out more at east-concepts.com. And we'll be right back after a break with Heart Mooresville on WSIC News.
There's more Heart Mooresville on the way from 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, nothing like a little bit of snow to make it feel more like the holidays. Maybe you saw it late last night, or if you were up in the overnight hours, it's gone now. Sunny, cold, and breezy for our Tuesday afternoons. Temperatures climb up into the low 40s. We'll drop back to around 20 tonight. Outlying spots and farms could even wake up to the teens Wednesday morning. Sunshine, and we get back into the upper 40s, near 50 for Wednesday afternoon. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Listen, save, enjoy. The WSIC app, available now in your app store.
Here Here's your WSIC community calendar. Christmas in Davidson returns on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Santa's arrival and the tree lighting ceremony will be Thursday, December 5th at 6 p.m. on the town green. Christmas in Davidson runs nightly from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Thursday through Saturday. The lighting of the downtown Statesville Christmas tree is set for Thursday, December 5th. Enjoy classic holiday songs at 6 p.m., watch Santa arrive in style, and see the tree lit at 6:45. Train rides will be available to kids of all ages, while horse-drawn carriage rides will surround you with sights and sounds of the holidays. Then on Friday, make plans to stop by Statesville City Hall for the Shop and Stroll and Santa Central. See you Thursday and Friday in downtown Statesville for Christmas and holiday fun. This Friday, downtown Mooresville presents the first of 2 mistletoe sip-and shops. Downtown's unique shops and businesses will offer open houses, store specials, treats, and more. Bring your favorite people and enjoy shopping small this holiday season. Downtown Mooresville hosts the Mistletoe Sip-and Shop Friday from 6 p.m. until 8 along Main and Broad Streets. The North Mecklenburg Holiday Parade will take place Saturday at 1 p.m. The parade begins in Davidson and follows Highway 115 to the conclusion on Catawba Avenue in Cornelius. Visit townofdavidson.org for information. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now through Sunday, January 5th. The Holiday Light Show features more than 5 million lights on a 4-mile course through the oval, pit road, and infield. Speedway Christmas tickets and information are available at charlottemotorspeedway.com. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Mooresville, how we feeling? Good. Welcome back to Heart Mooresville on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Be a part of the conversation.
I listen on the way to work.
Have your say.
It's more than just opinions, it's facts.
This is WSIC News Talk Now.
All right, welcome back to Heart Mooresville here on WSIC. I'm your host, Don Smyle, along with my effervescent co-host, Christine Patterson, who's been up since the crack of dawn.
Yes.
And that brings us to the word of the day. Clinomania. Clinomania.
Yeah, I'm a clinomaniac.
You're a clinomaniac?
Yeah.
Are you a clinomaniac?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
So we have to define this word because it could be taken a couple different ways. But clinomania is the extreme desire to stay in bed.
Yes, I think
So-
everyone had that this morning.
So I think this morning, Mooresville was a clinomaniac. Yeah, so everybody wanted to stay in bed because it's cold.
Yeah, and on a snowy day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A little hot chocolate, a little
Yes.
fire, some little Netflix.
Get your slippers on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of day.
Ooh, I want to go home.
So,
We got work to do.
I
We
know,
got work-
I
We got
know.
work to do.
Boss
the,
is here.
the boss has spoken. All right. So speaking of the boss, we are extremely excited to have Sherisha Hills with us today. Sherisha is the assistant town manager of the town of Mooresville, who also happens to be in charge of our department, Parks and Recreation. And so we are thrilled to have her to talk about all things Sherisha, all things Parks and Rec. So I guess the first thing I know, we alluded to slightly earlier, that you came from Tampa. So tell us kind of a little bit about your background, how you got into public service, and then kind of what brought you to Mooresville.
Okay. So, yeah, as I mentioned before, I'm born and raised Tampa, Florida. Grew up, funny thing, in the parks. So, single mom, spent a lot of time at my grandma's house. My cousins and I will walk up to the park, known for just meeting the coaches that were there and understanding the importance of what a parks system meant to a city. And so did that. I played a little bit of basketball, understood the importance of how sports played a role in my life. I tell people all the time, I feel like basketball saved my life. It was one of those things that just meeting friends, being on the court, it
Right.
opened so many doors for
Mhm.
me. So took that, went to college, got an undergrad in sport management. And then I went back, worked at the YMCA, got an opportunity to be introduced to local government. So I worked at the YMCA in Florida and New Jersey. Mom was sick, so I went back to Florida to be there. And someone opened me up to Parks and Recreation, local government, and to watch the difference of what not only Parks and Recreation, but a local government does for a community I fell in love.
Mm.
I fell in love. So I tell people all the time, you will never catch me in corporate America. You just won't. I love the fact that you get to serve in the community, to watch a project go from beginning to end. When people come in, they're not always coming for help. I mean, they're not always coming to just say, hey, thank you. They're sometimes coming for help.
Right.
So to be able to solve those problems, but to help people make a difference, whether you're helping create a new ordinance, you're helping to put a new project together, it's just one of those things. It's just so fulfilling. So
Yeah.
I always say I am a public servant at heart. You will not catch me any other place. In whatever capacity or facet I can help, I just want to help a community and be
Yeah.
able to see and talk and serve the people that the community that I live in.
Yeah, coming from a NASCAR background, or I spent more than 20 years, the private sector, some of what you say rings true because when I came to work for Parks and Recreation, I really didn't understand the impact that a department like Parks and Recreation has on the community. A lot of people take that for granted, and I certainly did. They're just there, right? They're just there, and you get to go out and you get to have fun and whatever. But there's a lot of people behind the scenes that create that, and it is a public service, certainly from the local municipality. But it is the people behind that service that
Absolutely.
really make the difference. And we are thrilled. I am, honored to be part of a tremendous group of individuals in the Parks and Recreation Department. I feel honored that I was exposed, as you said, to this opportunity, and it certainly is something I don't take for granted because it is something that enriches people's lives. It gives them an outlet. It provides athletic opportunities. It provides fresh air. It gives families opportunities to get together and enjoy. So it is really a something that a lot of people take for granted, but us behind the scenes, we appreciate it. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And, grateful that we have someone that has that Parks and Recreation experience serving as our assistant town manager. I think that brings a lot of insight to the role too. And because we have such a successful Parks and Recreation department. And to give our listeners a little bit of context, I just want to read a few highlights from your background. So obviously you have 14 years experience, serving and leading local government. You have a strong history of building partnerships, proven track record of community-driven strategic planning. As Parks and Recreation Director, you foster continuous improvement in the city of Tampa's third largest department. Wow,
Yes.
Parks and Rec was the third largest department.
They've invested very heavily on the quality of life.
That's
Quality
amazing.
of life. I think as Don just mentioned, all those things that people don't understand that they just say, I'll just show up and I'll go. There'll be an event every weekend. So they really invested heavy. So it's a lot of staff, I will
Yeah,
say.
520.
520
That's a big
staff,
team.
but a great team.
Wow. And managing a $46 million capital improvement budget, $55 million operational budget. Wow. And I mean, we're very lucky to have you with that experience here.
I'm just honored that you guys called me up here. I'm telling you, I'm absolutely honored, humbled to be up here, and amazing team. I think with all the multiple departments that we have within our building,
Yeah.
the way that everyone works together is just absolutely phenomenal. It doesn't matter where you go, you cross the hall, you cross over, everyone's working together to serve the community.
Yeah. I know. I love it here. Mooresville is unique, in that sense. I think we have a really good team. So you went to, is it pronounced Nova Southeastern?
Nova Southeastern.
Nova South. Say it.
Nova South. Nova Southeastern. Down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Got my master's there in business administration, with a minor in entrepreneurship.
Okay. And then you went to University of Florida.
University of Florida, that was my undergrad. So played basketball. I went to Notre Dame at first. Spent a couple years there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then transferred before there was this crazy transfer portal, before there was NIL
Yeah.
money. Because if it was, I think the dolls that they made at me, I would be making money. I would have made money off of that. But so I transferred to Gainesville, Florida, finished the last couple years there.
Okay.
And did an internship in Tampa, and then
Well,
I started.
just for those who don't know, because you don't work at the building, Sherisha is a diehard Gators fan.
Yes.
And she has things all over her office, and in fact, her door has a big giant gator on it, and you know right away where she stands. And there's quite the rivalry in the building for the colleges. So But she reps proud.
Yes, she does.
She reps proud.
Orange and blue all day, and not the Tennessee orange. That's the wrong orange.
Oh,
It's
Gator
the Gator
orange.
orange.
That's
Gotta
a
get,
different.
there's a big difference.
That's
you gotta
right.
get it right.
And in a addition to being our assistant town manager, I internet stalked you, and you have your basketball career. I looked up all your stats. You were a pretty impressive basketball player.
I was okay. I held my own on the court. I held my own. Was fortunate enough to, like I said, get a scholarship.
Yeah.
So which opened so many doors. But basketball was just
Were
the
you a
sport
point
I fell in
guard?
love with. I was actually a shooting guard
Okay.
until our point guard got hurt.
Yeah.
And so it was a Big East tournament. Getting ready to play Connecticut. Night before we play Rutgers, point guard goes down. We're in the hotel. Coach knocks and says, they always call me Sunshine. Being from Florida, when I was at Notre Dame, they say, Sunshine, tomorrow you're going to play point guard. I mean, I've done a little bit of it,
Right.
but that wasn't my thing. I was a shooter. So it's like, give me the ball. Let me shoot.
Right.
So just had to switch up, 12 hours before a game. And then from there, they just kind of moved me to point
I'm
guard.
going to have to do the
Wow.
whole internet stalk, get on
Yeah.
YouTube and
Yeah.
find some video and check out the boss lady here doing her thing.
That's right.
'Cause
That's right.
That's going to be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. We got a basketball star in our midst too. So I know I'd love to ask this question to people. What I guess intrigued you about Mooresville and made you accept this job? Because a lot of people don't know Mooresville, North Carolina, especially being from Florida. You may not have been familiar with it. What enticed you to say, okay, I'll take this job?
Did not know about Mooresville. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be honest with you. Did not know about it, but I started looking into it, right outside of Charlotte, big city, and which is cool. So for me, it was like, I want to be close enough. Again, you talked about sports, sports junkie. This is a basketball state. I know Indiana says they are, but
Yeah.
with all the colleges and everything here, basketball
we
state.
are.
But the thing that I read about the most was just how friendly people are, how welcoming the community was,
Yeah.
how inclusive this community is. And so came up here a weekend before I even took the job. And literally everybody speaks to everybody. It was crazy. I mean, they'll hold the door for you. I'm across the parking lot. There's people still holding the door. They're like, take your
Aw.
time. I
Right.
got it for you. Then once I moved here, I remember going to the grocery store, putting my cart back in the little area to move your carts into. Gentleman started talking to me. We stood outside the car and talked for 25 minutes. The only reason we stopped is because I had frozen food. And I was like,
Right.
sir,
I
I
gotta
got
go.
I gotta go. I
Yeah,
got frozen
yeah.
food. And it was the summertime. And I go, my food's probably thawed out by now. But really, honestly, it's the people.
Yeah.
It was the people. And it's before I met our team, the community was so welcoming. Progression, right? A town that wants to grow, that
Yeah.
encourages growth, that tells people to come in. And then once I met the staff, it was like, it's a done deal. This
Aw.
is easy. So when I came for my interview, got a chance to sit down with a couple staff on my interview, Pam being one of them,
Yeah.
Marion being one of them, but it's all Ryan, all the rest of the team. And it was
Aw.
an easy decision when asked to do it. It was like the people are just fantastic.
That's
Wow.
awesome. I love that. And I hear that a lot about the people,
Yeah.
I think that Southern hospitality is definitely alive in Mooresville.
Absolutely. Yeah. In Florida, I mean, it's just the door slamming your face and not everybody speaks to everybody,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
and I'm one who
city.
I will talk to anybody. So it's like,
Yeah,
sure, we'll talk.
Southern charm is a thing, you
It
know,
is.
and the y'all and the hey
Yeah.
and the, all
Hey,
that,
y'all.
and the honey and
Yep,
the
sweeties.
sweeties and all that. Oh yeah, we love that, So
We hey y'all'd and sweetied her to get her to
yeah,
come down here.
well,
Sold.
we're gonna hey y'all to
Yeah.
break.
Y'all,
and then
we'll be right back, y'all.
Well, y'all, we'll be right back here
Hang
on
on.
WSIC. Don't you go nowhere.
Hang on, sweeties.
As local as Mooresville. Christine Patterson and Don Smyle host Heart Mooresville on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Well, nothing like a little bit of snow to make it feel more like the holidays. Maybe you saw it late last night, or if you were up in the overnight hours, it's gone now. Sunny, cold, and breezy for our Tuesday afternoons. Temperatures climb up into the low 40s. We'll drop back to around 20 tonight. Outlying spots and farms could even wake up to the teens Wednesday morning. Sunshine, and we get back into the upper 40s, near 50 for Wednesday afternoon. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
New lunch specials now available at Mooresville's best Italian spot, Pomodoro's. Open Tuesday through Sunday and ready to serve you the best Italian this side of the motherland. View the mouth-watering menu at pomodoros.com.
Hi, this is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Nothing says wow like a gift from Harrison's. Get what they want and what they need thanks to our huge selection of work staples and Western favorites from Ariat, Carhartt, Wrangler, and more. And there's nothing merrier than a new pair of boots from Harrison's. Find us on Norman Station Boulevard in Mooresville.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
No radio? No worries.
Just ask Alexa to play WSIC.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. We're not eating as much beef, at least Tyson Foods beef. And the company has been responding with plant closures and job cuts, and now another round. Tyson now says it plans to close a meat plant in Kansas next year, eliminating more than 800 jobs. That follows word late yesterday that amid drops in crop prices, especially soybeans, giant agribusiness Cargill plans to cut 5% of its global workforce. That would mean more than 8,000 jobs. A company memo seen by Bloomberg shows the cuts will affect senior leaders, but not top execs at Cargill. The rest of this week, we get reports on private sector hiring, job cuts, and the Labor Department's full report on employment and unemployment, all for November. Preceding those readings is today's October reading of U.S. job openings, showing a larger than forecast increase to 7.75 million openings, suggesting some unexpected strength remains in the job market. As for the stock market, not so much. Dow, NASDAQ, S&P 500 each losing about 0.25%. Andrew O'Day, Bloomberg Radio.
Nothing but the best talk.
The area's best talk.
WSIC.
Call now to speak with iHeart Mooresville hosts Christine Patterson and Don Smyle at 844-STUDIO-4. It's iHeart Mooresville on WSIC.
All right, welcome back to iHeart Mooresville. I'm your host, Christine Patterson, and I got my co-host, Don Smyle, and we're talking and we're talking to a special guest, Sherisha Hills, our assistant town manager. We've been talking a little bit about why you got into public service, your background, how you're a basketball star, all the things. But, for people that may not know, what departments do you oversee as assistant town manager? Like, what's your area?
Title-wise, what we have our community services division. And so it's every department that is very forward-facing, clearly Parks and Rec, the libraries, IT, and then we have planning and community development. So those departments that are very forward-facing, you guys know, One Mooresville, doors are wide open for you to come in and ask questions if you're looking to do any sort of redevelopment, personal renovations at your home, or if you want to sign up for programs, special arts and events. Can't forget y'all. Well, you guys are in Parks and Rec, but y'all are there. So we're making sure that we shine a little bit more with all the events that are coming up. So kind of put you guys to the forefront some too. So those are the departments that we have over there. So very community forward-facing departments.
Well, speaking of forward-facing, we have to give a shout-out to Debbie Wyatt. Because she is retiring after 25 years, and she has kind of been the face of Parks and Recreation for a long time. And she is the first smiling face you're going to see when you walk into One Mooresville. And we're going to miss Debbie tremendously. I think there's some people are going to miss her baking more than most.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I'm trying to figure out how we can still get her to drop off some of the baked goods there.
Please set
I
that
will
up.
tell you that any day that I came in and she said, I have breakfast casserole, I mean, my day was made,
I
right?
know.
I mean,
And those cookies, those peanut butter.
It's the
Oh
jam
my
bars
gosh.
for me.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's the jam bars.
those are
Stop.
good.
I'm hungry already.
I know.
Oh,
She's a very talented
So
baker.
anyway, big shout out to Debbie. We're going to miss you. She's retiring, I guess, in 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to. So,
Gotta
but
get her
I'm
to bake
quite
something.
sure that she will come back to see us.
Yes,
she's
she
welcome
will.
anytime.
She will. And so as part of your, the projects that your teams have going on, like, what are some projects that you have going on right now that you're excited about?
We have
So much.
Yes, as we said, Mooresville's growing, and we have a lot of projects, a lot of great projects. So I'll talk a little bit about in the downtown area.
Yep.
We approved our downtown streetscape plan.
I love it. I love that.
Nice.
It's
I love it.
awesome,
Yeah.
fantastic. But one of the things we're going to pull out sooner rather than later, and we've already started some of it, is the closure of Moore Avenue between Church and Main Street.
Mhm.
And we're going to, when we say close, it's closed to vehicular traffic, and it'll
Right.
be pedestrian friendly.
Yeah.
So anytime you're leaving Main Street and you want to go right to Liberty Park, you can literally shoot pedestrian traffic only down Moore Avenue. So we're working on that. So you'll see out there, please be patient with us. You'll see the striping going on as we'll be striping the road that's out there. You also see some barricades or closures so that the vehicles cannot turn down there. So we're very, very excited about that. Staying in the downtown area, if we go a little more south, Moore Park. So
Yes.
the baseball field is getting
I'm excited
some
about
renovations,
that.
which is really, really exciting. The park has done great. The spinners are fantastic. But to elevate the field, the look of it a little bit more, and the play of it, we are doing renovations there, which will start next year.
Now,
Oh,
correct me if
nice.
I'm wrong, but I think the intent is to try to create a link between Moore Park and downtown, right? So that there's to extend that downtown feel into Moore Park and give it more of a pedestrian walkway where people can kind of ebb and flow, right?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
We want to have Moore Park and the mill be like that opening. When you're coming into downtown, that really starts our downtown quarter. So having the mill on one side, the baseball field, and you're right, Don, with the downtown streetscape plan, making it very pedestrian friendly, going up and down. So you can literally start on the north end, do your shopping, do your eating, walk on down. If there's an event going on, have your event, and then finish your day down for a baseball game.
Right.
So
Yeah.
when you come down there, we want you to stay down there.
Yeah.
Right? So but also how do we make it safe and pedestrian friendly for you to get up and down Main Street?
Yeah, I love that. I love the plans that, are coming up. I think they're really going to change, for the positive, the downtown area. I'm looking forward to seeing.
And the great
what
thing
we've
is
got.
we're not tearing any buildings down to do it.
Yeah.
Right? And putting up a plaque that says what used to be here, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because
This was.
This was because I'm telling you, Charlotte. I've lived in Charlotte a long time in this general area, and I remember coming to Charlotte, and there it wasn't uptown. It was not a nice place to be after dark, and went through these huge renovations. But in order to do that, they just started tearing everything down, and so you ended up going uptown, excuse me, and. Now it's just all these plaques in the sidewalks and on walls and what used to be here, and there used to be this and there used to be that.
Right.
And it's a shame because there were so many historic aspects to downtown Charlotte that aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
And Mooresville has done a good job of that. Streetscape is exactly what it was, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. And certainly there's some renovation that's gone on and some newer opportunities have been built. But I've always said that if you look up Main Street in the dictionary, it's a picture of downtown Mooresville because that's what small town America looks like, right?
Yeah.
And we've maintained that. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Our historic preservation committee has done a great job.
I was just about to say that. So we make sure we keep the integrity of Main Street with our historic preservation committee. So if you want to do something there, there's standards, right? We want to keep it looking the same because to your point, we don't want this building being historic and this one being so modern and this one, and it's very jagged, right? So keeping that continuity up and down in the historic district area is very key for us.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously there's been super positive changes to the downtown area. Lots of positive things going on, but we do have this issue of growth, in Mooresville, and so it's a very hot topic. And I know there are a lot of things going on to manage growth, and the town has some great projects, for the future to try to do that. But what do you feel like are our challenges, as we look forward?
I think with any city, it's always going to be your infrastructure, right?
Yeah.
If you're going into areas that are not developed, it's going to be that infrastructure that's there. So, which is why the planning department, with our consultant, is doing a comprehensive land use plan.
Oh, nice.
So let's be strategic. It's more, let's be strategic when we're going through development. If we know we're going into an area, we know that we need infrastructure. We know what we need going in there. So it's not just a hodgepodge, kind of like the downtown. We're being very strategic on how we're planning out that. So we're still going through that. It's a lengthy process because you literally take into account the entire town and where the next opportunities are. So it's out about
Right.
the strategic plan and the opportunities. So we're still going through that. It should be done summer, if not fall of next year. And so a lot of community engagement, and thank you to everyone who's come out. Has been tons and tons of community engagement, and we'll have more meetings coming up because we don't want to get the information from you and then don't tell you
Right.
what it is and then produce something and say, here it is. So
Yeah.
look out for those
Yeah.
opportunities as we continue to update you on the process and the steps.
Yeah.
What I love too is in conjunction with that, kind of in lockstep with that, the Parks and Recreation Department is undergoing its
Mm-hmm.
5 to 7 year master plan. So every 5 to 7 years we do that, and we're undertaking that right now. We've had a lot of community engagement, and we've received a lot of great feedback from the community about what is missing, what do you want, what do you see more of, and so that master plan will be kind of joined together with what you're talking about in terms of the overall plan. And it kind of gives a roadmap, certainly, for what is it that we need to do, what is the community asking for, how can we incorporate that, but how can we do it strategically, and how can we do it in a way that takes into account to the infrastructure that we have, but what's coming. And so I think all of those things working together. There's a lot going on right now in Mooresville.
There is.
Yeah.
And then don't forget, we have the overall town strategic plan. And so we just want to make sure people understand they're not all plans running parallel. These are plans that are all talking with each other. So
Yeah.
the consultants with the master plan, the comprehensive land use plan, the downtown streetscape plan, all of that is communicating with our overall strategic plan. So we make sure that these plans are not basically fighting against each other. They're all going to work together. So as we move together, they're all communicating with each other.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I was going to say too is being here for 5 years and seeing a couple leaders come through is under your leadership. I really commend you because I do feel like we're working together and talking to each other more when there are those multiple plans, and it feels like we're all communicating and we're all part of that, so we can be connected and kind of have the same goal moving forward. So it's nice to see. And I think it's important. We need to have that to be able to be successful moving forward.
I'm going to default that back to basketball. I'm a team player. I don't play tennis. I don't play golf. I mean, if you call me on a golf course playing golf, that's whatever that is. But, it's a team sport. So everyone has their role, and how do we all work together to accomplish that goal? Same thing in our building. We all have our different departments and our specialties that we oversee, but we all need to work together so that we can accomplish the goal, which the goal is to serve our residents, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So how do we all work together to make that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only time you'll catch me on a golf course is if I'm driving the golf cart, having a beverage.
Driving the beverage cart around.
Driving the beverage cart. Luke, if you have an opening, hire me, because I will definitely do that. No, golf is not one of my things. I did it when I was younger, and people took the golf cart out of my hand because I was dangerous. So we didn't do that.
A danger to society.
That was dangerous.
Well, when we come back after the break, we are going to, if you will allow us, play a game. Would you play a game with us?
Always about the games. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I know. We love playing games here in Heart Mooresville. So we're going to play a game when we come back with our assistant town manager, Ms. Sherisha Hills. And we'll be right back after the break with Heart Mooresville here on WSIC News.
See y'all in a minute, y'all.
Stay in the know with all things Mooresville. Heart Mooresville continues next on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, nothing like a little bit of snow to make it feel more like the holidays. Maybe you saw it late last night, or if you were up in the overnight hours, it's gone now. Sunny, cold, and breezy for our Tuesday afternoons. Temperatures climb up into the low 40s. We'll drop back to around 20 tonight. Outlying spots and farms could even wake up to the teens Wednesday morning. Sunshine, and we get back into the upper 40s near 50 for Wednesday afternoon. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Christmas in Davidson returns on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Santa's arrival and the tree lighting ceremony will be Thursday, December 5th at 6 p.m. on the town green. Christmas in Davidson runs nightly from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Thursday through Saturday. The lighting of the downtown Statesville Christmas tree is set for Thursday, December 5th. Enjoy classic holiday songs at 6 p.m., watch Santa arrive in style, and see the tree lit at 6:45. Train rides will be available to kids of all ages, while horse-drawn carriage rides will surround you with sights and sounds of the holidays. Then on Friday, make plans to stop by Statesville City Hall for the Shop and Stroll and Santa Central. See you Thursday and Friday in downtown Statesville for Christmas and holiday fun. This Friday, downtown Mooresville presents the first of 2 mistletoe sip-and shops. Downtown's unique shops and businesses will offer open houses, store specials, treats, and more. Bring your favorite people and enjoy shopping small this holiday season. Downtown Mooresville hosts the Mistletoe Sip-and Shop Friday from 6 p.m. until 8 along Main and Broad Streets. The North Mecklenburg Holiday Parade will take place Saturday at 1 p.m. The parade begins in Davidson and follows Highway 115 to the conclusion on Catawba Avenue in Cornelius. Visit townofdavidson.org for information. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now through Sunday, January 5th. The Holiday Light Show features more than 5 million lights on a 4-mile course through the oval, pit road, and infield. Speedway Christmas tickets and information are available at charlottemotorspeedway.com. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
All things Mooresville to keep you in the Noseville. Join in the conversation by calling 844-STUDIO-4. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to Heart Mooresville on WSIC. I'm your host, Colin Smyle, along with Christine Patterson and our special guest, Sherisha Hills, Assistant Town Manager for the town of Mooresville. So we were talking earlier about the Cyber Monday, and I always say there's a day and a week and a month for everything, and December is no different. There are multiple opportunities to celebrate weird, wacky, and wonderful things in the month of December. So let's go through the list. Let's see. National Christmas Lights Day was this week.
Oh.
It is appropriate because it's pretty much at Thanksgiving or after everybody starts hanging their lights, right?
Yeah, at my whole neighborhood, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Hanging lights.
Some people never take them down. That's a different breed.
It's a personal choice.
Let's see. We talked about Cyber Monday happening, where the world went crazy and spent money they didn't have. Let's see.
$13.2 billion to be exact.
National Mutt Day. Okay.
Aw.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I don't have a mutt. Not a big dog guy. I think when I retire, I'll get a dog because I want to have something in my motorhome.
I have a designer mutt, a sheepadoodle.
A sheepadoodle.
Yeah, half sheepdog, half poodle.
I've never heard of that.
Wow.
Yeah, she's an interesting looking dog.
Okay, that does.
She's sweet.
Well,
but it's a designer mutt.
It's a designer mutt.
It's a fancy mutt.
Fancy mutt. Let's see. Also this week, Special Education Day. That's important. Big shout out to Dr. Lynn Hegedus over at the War Memorial Recreation Center, who leads our programs for the therapeutic community. We love what they do over there. So I always have to remember to say doctor.
I know.
She earned it.
She earned it.
She has earned that
She's
title.
amazing, too.
Yeah, so we definitely love Dr. Lynn Hegedus. Let's see. Also this week, World Pollution Prevention Day. I'm going to put my hand down and say that should be every day. Come on, people.
Day.
That's right.
When I go to a parking lot and I see somebody who's opened their door and thrown cups on the ground, I literally want to go over and encourage them not to do that.
Yeah.
And I would be behind you encouraging them.
some really encouragement. Yeah, please don't pollute. Come on, people.
No.
Let's be nice. And, that applies to our parks as well. I always like to say, yes, our park services team is amazing. They do not get enough credit for all the work they do to keep our parks clean and wonderful. However, we can certainly help them in that effort using all the receptacles that are available in the park. So please use the trash receptacles.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for.
And shout out to sanitation services,
Yes.
too. They do an amazing job.
Yes. And let's see, today is actually Giving Tuesday, as you mentioned. And so there are ample opportunities throughout our community to participate in that. And certainly there's a lot of nonprofit organizations and others that, this time of year, if you're looking to contribute in any way, please reach out to those. Local is good.
And a lot of companies are matching today too.
Yes.
So,
And the last one I want to mention is International Volunteer Day, which is, again, an opportunity during this time of year to volunteer your time, get your family involved. There's always opportunities to go to nonprofit organizations, help feed people, help clothe people, do all the things necessary to keep our community thriving and moving forward. So appreciate everybody that volunteers. And certainly the town of Mooresville always needs volunteers for programming and opportunities. And I know the Arts and Events Division is looking for volunteers as well.
Always.
So,
yes. And you can go to mooresvilleevents.com to find volunteer opportunities.
You have been told.
Okay. Are we ready to play a game?
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Okay. So this game is called Rapid Fire Questions. Do we have any fun music there that we can get teed up? All right. We got to set the tone, okay? So rapid fire questions. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you just say the first thing that comes to mind, your first answer, okay?
Is this edited? I'm just kidding.
No.
Keep it PG.
Okay.
This is live. We're coming to you live from WSIC.
Okay. Cue that music when we're ready. All right. So there we go.
There we go. Now we're in the mood.
All right. Which weather do you prefer? Tampa or Mooresville weather?
Mooresville.
Ooh, I was expecting that. All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Favorite way to unwind after a busy day?
Workout.
Oh, okay. Describe Mooresville in one word.
Homie.
No, I like that. What's the most rewarding part of public service?
Seeing the smiles on the residents' faces.
One skill every leader should have.
Good listener.
Favorite accomplishment in your career so far?
Winning an award for the NFL.
Oh.
Inaugural award with the NFL.
Very nice.
Do tell. What was that about?
I know.
The NFL 2 years ago created what they call a Game Changer Award. And it's for people who give back in their community and serve their community and making a change. And so I was nominated by the Bucks and won.
Oh my gosh!
And so it was
cool.
a pretty cool thing.
Big shout out! Yeah.
Got tickets to the Super Bowl.
Wow!
So it was,
Congrats.
but it was a team effort, right? It's just I tell people I might have been there winning it, taking the award, accepting the award, but really it's a team effort for the people that I work with.
Very cool.
That helped.
Bonus question.
Yeah.
What's that?
Pineapple on your pizza? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
No. The answer is no.
Ham and pineapple. What's your favorite recreational activity?
Basketball.
That's right.
Oh.
Okay. Best park you've ever visited?
Best park, and probably my favorite park.
It doesn't have to be Mooresville.
Is Central Park in New York.
Oh, yeah. That's a good park. I can't imagine the upkeep on that. All right. Favorite local spot in Mooresville so far?
Havana 33.
They're good. I like hanging out there.
They bring their bread in from Tampa. From the bakery there. You didn't know that. They get their bread from Tampa. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, and last question. If you were not in public administration, what career would you be in?
Coaching basketball.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for playing. See, that was easy.
That was easy. Yeah.
Thank you, Sherisha.
Rapid fire questions here on WSIC with Assistant Town Manager Sherisha Hills.
That's right. See, that's a fun game. And you learn so much about people. I did not, we've learned about this cool award that she won and got to go to the Super Bowl. That's awesome. Very cool. So you would coach basketball. Have you ever coached yet, to date?
I have coached. I did travel ball for young girls team. It was girls starting out in 5th grade. So we traveled all over the country. And I coached them from 5th grade to 9th grade. Because once you get in high school, they all went to different high schools. And then their high school teams had their own travel ball teams. So I did that. I also coached at my old high school. And then when I was at Florida, right before I left, I helped because I had a few injuries, which cut my basketball career short. So I had to rethink because I was going to the WNBA. And then 5 knee surgeries in a few years kind of cut it short. So it was how do I give back? The doors were open to me through basketball, and I knew the opportunities that it afforded me. So my thing was, how can I give back? So I truly believe in that. I was talking to Derek the other day. He's going to coach his grandkids, his granddaughters. So I'm going to go help him out next week. And so I'm always looking to give
see,
back.
I had no idea he was that old. I'm about to give him a hard time.
Hey. I know we all said it.
No,
I'm like,
he's not old enough.
I'm like, you have
that is crazy.
I'm like,
I
you have
know.
grandkids? We all said it yesterday. We're like, you have grandkids? He was like, yeah. So he's going to be helping his granddaughter's team. And so he was like, you want to come help? I was like, of course. And then anytime I can help, I help Dr. Lynn. With bocce ball. So I do like bocce ball. I do play bocce ball. So
there's a skill we didn't know.
I know. So we're
Find me
learning
at
all
Bellingham
kinds.
I
Park.
might have to have a little bocce tournament at One Mooresville. What do you think?
I was thinking about that down the hall. We could definitely do that.
We could do that. Maybe at our Christmas party. We'll have a bocce Christmas.
Dr. Lynn's got it. We'll tell Dr. Lynn, bring it on over. She's got it all.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, for joining us, and thank you so much for everything that you do for, our divisions and departments, and we appreciate your leadership.
Listen, I'm only as good as the team, and so I know you asked if I want to give a shout out. I say it every time in our meetings when we have our meetings. I can't thank our team enough of one, just what they do for the community, but what they do for each other. So for me, my big shout out is to One Mooresville and the library.
Yep.
Marion, I haven't forgotten you, Marion, the library, to our staff. I mean, all the staff as a whole in the town. But since I work so closely with our team, it's a big shout out, and really just simple words. They're not enough, but thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
No, that
Well,
matters.
we appreciate you coming on and enlightening us and telling us a little more about Sherisha that I didn't know. And I've known you for a while since I've been here, and since you got here, and I didn't know all that. So,
I know.
All right. So I just wanted to mention a couple things going on in Parks and Recreation. As I say every week, it is impossible to tell you everything that's going on in Parks and Recreation because there's so much. So please visit mooresvillerecreation.org. Bookmark our social platforms on Facebook and Instagram to learn all the things that are going on because we have an amazing staff that are doing amazing things, and it's impossible to tell you all of that. However, there are a couple things I do want to touch on. We have something called Santa's Winter Wonderland coming up at War Memorial with Dr. Lynn Hegedus. It's reindeer games, holiday-themed crafts, decorating Christmas cookies, some hot chocolate, all the things Christmas. And this is happening on December 7th from 3 to 5 p.m. So visit mooresvillerecreation.org to learn more or call the center directly. And if you want to keep the pounds off during the holiday season, we have opportunities for some activities that can help you with that. So we have step aerobics that happens at the Selma Burke Recreation Center on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then we have tennis with Abe, which is obviously tennis. And, when it's not snowing, there's still opportunity to go hit the ball. Now, if you are looking for an opportunity to go do a little shopping, we have something called Mom's Morning Out, where you can drop off your preschooler, go run your errands, your to-do list, your Christmas shopping, all those wonderful things. We will take care of your child at the War Memorial Recreation Center Mondays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we also have something called Little Hen's Tiny Feet, which is an opportunity for you children to participate in all kinds of crafting activities, again, at the War Memorial Recreation Center, Wednesdays and Fridays. So
nice.
Go call the center or visit mooresvillerecreation.org to learn more.
All right. Lots of things going on and lots of things going on in arts and events world as well. Of course, you can always go to mooresvilleevents.com to learn about all the events coming up. But Classic Christmas in Mooresville, December 13th. Mark your calendars. Come out. Join us for snow, a carousel, shopping, Santa, all the things. All the things. Join us for our indoor concert series at the Jovi Knox Auditorium. So get your tickets at mooresvilleevents.com. Well, our unexpected snow day has been nice. Little fluff, but we look forward to seeing listen to us next week, y'all.
come back,
sweeties.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
That's right.
We'll
Enjoy
be right
your
here.
day, sweeties.
All
Thank
right.
you, Sherisha. Thank you, Don.
You guys have a great week. We'll talk to you next week.
All right.
Thanks.